I haven't got mine on, I haven't brushed my teeth.
I brushed mine.
No, like I have this morning. It's because I had a packet of crisps.
Stop looking. Girls, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the People's Diary. Woo! We have not done this in so long, probably like, I don't know, 5-6 months, and of course I wanted to bring it back with two of the besties because that is just the best way to do it, and hopefully
Because you did it and then I went, yeah. It was something you did, so I thought, oh, I should do something. But mine wanted to.
Sorry, I'm under pressure.
I was thinking earlier, I was like, I feel really nervous to sit down and do a chat.
You haven't done one.
I haven't done one in so long.
Well, the People's Diary is super chill. I'm hoping to keep this series up and running because you guys love it and so do I. Who knows? It might even be on different platforms soon. We will see what the future has to hold.
I'm scared.
My cousin's sister's boyfriend used to tell me that my mom is fucking hot and that I had cute toes.
Cousin's sister. Boyfriend.
So still their cousin. Cousin's sister is still your cousin.
Right, yes. Yeah, so my cousin's
boyfriend.
Sister's boyfriend.
My cousin's boyfriend.
And are you forgetting that they said the mum's hot?
But not related to the boy that said it though.
Yeah, but still that's really strange.
It's still
like,
weird.
Imagine you saying to your boyfriend's family, like, your dad's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, that's really strange.
I feel like people do say that.
Yeah.
About people's
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
But then how does that make you feel? Like, that would make me feel
really that is weird though.
Making an advance at you, like, okay, now you've told me you've got a foot fetish and you find my toes cute. Like, that's also very strange.
Fetish because they've got cute baby
I don't think
I'd feel that uncomfortable if
I'm really confused.
I think that's a flex.
I personally don't think that that's that weird.
Yeah, like it could just be out of context and just be like, yeah, like you've got a hot mom, like you get it from your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I feel like people would probably say that like about you know, if you're like a cool mom, you're like, yeah, you got a hot mom. Your mom's a MILF.
I think if it was in the sense of like,
I wouldn't say it like to my boyfriend's dad,
they wanted to get with them, then yeah, that's weird. But I think maybe just as a passing comment,
yeah,
like, oh yeah, she's hot.
Maybe I'm thinking too much into it.
Yeah, maybe if there's more to it and they're constantly being like, God, your woman's so fit.
Yeah, like consistent. I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
if you want.
Then it would be weird.
Yeah,
go get with her.
Sticking to families. When I was around 6 or 7, my uncle came around for the holidays. When I first read this one, I instantly thought, oh no, I know where this is going. It's always the fucking uncles.
The weird uncles.
However, he was my favourite member of the family, so I was super excited to see him. I went into the guest room where my parents had prepared a room for my uncle and auntie to stay in, only to walk in to find them making an adult video. At the time, I didn't really understand what it was, and I didn't tell anyone, but now I feel really weird when I
feel
see them.
scarred. I feel
What would you do?
It's not even the fact they're just having sex. They've got the
They've got a camera up,
it's all planned. It's not like a, oh, sorry, quick, let's just get changed.
I thought then you were going to say that the uncle was getting with the mum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I thought it was going to go in that direction.
She got the bed ready.
The brother
yeah,
and
the brother and sister.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was going to, like, I thought she was going to walk in and see her mum and her uncle. I didn't mean to make that noise then, it just kind of happened.
That is all, that would scar me, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your favourite family member and then you've seen them making a
naked.
sex tape.
But then imagine if like the camera's positioned so you can see her walking into the room and just looking at
her face.
Unless she's walked in and then come back out and they've not seen that she was there.
No, surely.
Oh, that is
but then how
why
would
would they do it at his sister's house?
Yeah, it's a family home.
Family home where there's a kid.
Do it in your own
That is weird.
Because like, obviously it's not weird, it's not like...
It's not weird in the sense that they're filming it
because
and doing
cool,
it.
whatever,
Yeah.
each to their own, yeah. But the fact
But
that
not
they're doing
in a family home.
in your sister's home.
Because you
with
don't
a
know
kid.
who's going to walk in yet.
No, imagine if my daughter walked in on Sophie.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that. Knock on the door. I tell Lola to knock.
6 or 7, oh my god, she was literally a child.
Yeah, like younger than Lola.
Yeah. Even if my little sister, who's 11, walked into a room and saw people having sex, she wouldn't really know what it is. She'd just be like, oh.
I actually feel like Lola might.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
that's probably because you're her sister.
But she said she thinks sex is two naked people cuddling. So
yeah.
That's so sweet.
We'll keep it as that. It's cuddling.
That's kind of how we've described it though.
Well, what do you mean? That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Spooning.
Spooning. Spooning leads to...
Be good.
My biggest secret is probably when I had a boy sleep round at my mum's house and had him in my bedroom the whole day after in secret with my mum in the house while I was in work. Oh, so he was hiding in the house.
Without her even there?
Yeah. So she had a boy sleep round without a mum knowing.
Yeah.
And then even when she went to work that day, he was still in the house whilst the mum was in the house not knowing. So she could have just walked in and cleaned and been like,
That's
you're doing
that's
it.
dedication.
Oh my god, imagine if the mum like came into Snoop and he's just sat there like
That's what I mean.
Sat in the
She could've just
cupboard.
gone
some
in to
people
clean
do,
off.
some parents do that.
Yeah.
They go into Snoop while like their
kids
they're
are
I'm
Their
saying
assuming
their
it's a
kids at
secret
work,
as well, because it might be like, you know, no boys allowed to stay over.
A lot of
Yeah.
parents are strict like that. But then like, why
So
does
that's
he need
risky.
to stay there?
Yeah.
Why can't he like sneak
Maybe she
out
couldn't
with
sneak
you?
him out though if the
In
mum's
the morning,
she's
yeah.
chatting to her before she's off to work. Like,
Yeah.
I'm off to work no more.
God.
I'd push him out the window. I wouldn't even give a shit.
I'd maybe be like, Mum, can you please drop me off at work? And then he's sneaking
Yeah.
out.
That's a clever idea. Then again, I say he could climb out the window, but then if I think of my family home,
Yeah, where
I
on the
would
third floor
not.
at home.
Yeah, I would not have been able to climb out of the
Yeah.
window. That is
But that is still risky, having him sat. I wouldn't want to be like hidden in someone's house and like having to just hide.
I'm
in their
thinking of
house.
like my bedroom at
Within
home.
a week.
You
And like
can't
my
eat.
bedroom before
Yeah.
home. There would have been nowhere for someone to hide.
Yeah, she's not going to be at work for like 3 hours. She's going to have like an
All
actual
day.
shift. So
Yeah.
minimum 6 hours. He needs to eat. He needs to pee.
Poo!
He needs to poo. Ew.
Yeah, where
What
did
is
we?
Yeah.
Maybe he had a plastic bottle and he just.
Well, I'm assuming they never found out. So they must have
Yeah.
found out
Yeah.
later on.
That's what I mean. This is why I need context. I need to know.
Yeah.
If you
What
successfully
Did he make it out?
This is you.
Did she
Send
find
it in.
out?
Tell
I
us.
feel like they would have put it if she'd have found out.
Do you want to read any, or do you want to just...
I think I'll skip. You
Yeah.
know. I stumble
fine.
on words. I
That's
didn't
fine.
do very well at reading in school, so.
Aw.
Oh, I'm dyslexic anyway, so...
Dyslexic.
I'm dyslexic.
That's what my dad says, 'cause if you're dyslexic, you can't pronounce things and read things properly, so he calls it dyslexia.
But he just like it mixed up.
Same. I thought she got it mixed up.
No, that's what my dad calls it. But I think I've got it undiagnosed. Like,
Yeah.
all of my family are dyslexic, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I
you've
just
got-
in school was like, no, I don't have it.
It's just the reading for me. I can't.
I skip lines,
It's
and then
it's
like
too
I go
many
back
words
to
at
stuff.
once. If I read it in
Yeah.
my head, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But
See, I
it's the
find it easier
reading
reading out loud than in my head. I lose track in my head.
I'm like that because then I can
Yeah.
form the sentence in my head, like when I'm reading it. Like, you know, you
Yeah.
said you didn't know where to put the full stop. Reading it, I'll put the full stop.
Yeah.
But then again, remember, I've already kind of read these.
That's what I
skimmed
mean.
over
It's
them.
like, say if
Yeah.
I was like reading a conversation that I'd had to someone, I could read it out and be fine
Yeah,
because I already
you
know,
already know.
what I've said. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. I know my brain
But then
works.
also anxiety.
Yeah.
If you got me to read this in your video, I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to speak. Hi. So me and my family all share one Apple ID so that we can see each other's search history and stuff like that. Why would you do that?
I was
No,
gonna say
our
it.
family's on that.
What?
We have the family sharing.
So they can see our
They can
search.
see it.
Search history.
Not search history.
I was
I
gonna
don't think.
say, my god.
But they can see the apps and stuff we download.
Yeah, but not
Apps.
search.
Yeah,
apps
we
is
have a
fine.
family
That,
account.
yeah, that's family, but not search history.
One day my dad was out in his shed supposedly doing woodwork because that's like his hobby, and I was going to search something up on my phone, and in the search history, in the search bar there was a ton of really graphic porn. Now I've noticed that my dad strictly uses incognito mode. PS, I love your videos, thank you so much. Incognito mode is basically like
He's
private
hiding it
mode.
now.
Yeah, so if you went to, this is what I don't get though, if she went to search it and her dad had been on incognito mode, it wouldn't have came up because it's
But
basically
he
what
has
you
now.
search.
I think he has now.
No, but if they're using the same Apple ID,
It will show up
It will
anyway
show
because it's
up,
your
yeah.
incognito mode then technically.
yeah.
isn't it?
Obviously, you've got your private tabs, and then you've got your thingy, and if you don't close the private tabs, they're still
still
there.
there.
So then, if she'd gone on to,
Open
I don't
your-
get how they can use one Apple ID for
No, I don't really get it.
all their
Unless-
devices, because then they're all gonna have the same phone number, all gonna have the same.
Could be kids. They might not need a phone. It might just be like an
Yeah.
iPad or like an iPod. Like my little.
But then,
sister
how
doesn't
is
have
this
an
kid
actual
old
phone.
enough to know what porn is?
I mean, don't know how old they
It
are.
could literally
Say
say
our age.
Pornhub or like I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't say I'm 10 years
True.
old.
Like, I know you can use one Apple ID for like different devices, but like my phone number is connected to my iPad and my MacBook and everything. So like, are they all sharing the same phone number? Can't be.
No.
So how do they ring
Yeah,
each
true.
other?
That doesn't really make any sense.
It must just be search history. You must be able to share it.
I have a feeling she's gone on search history. She's just like fumbled up the words. Like she's actually gone on search history and seen what everyone has been searching.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Regardless,
Confused.
she's found her dad has been looking at loads of
Sorry, I
graphic
keep
porn.
yawning. I promise I'm not being rude, guys.
going,
I'm a
right?
tired girl.
I feel like it'd make me feel weird if I just knew,
Yeah.
seeing,
Yeah.
I could see the exact porn and graphic.
That's what I mean. Like me and
Stuff
my
they're
dad
looking at.
talk about that sort of stuff. As in, like I'm very open with my family.
Yeah, it's
we don't
probably
care.
obvious it happened.
I mean, I don't talk to my dad about what type of porn I watch and vice versa.
Yeah,
That's strange. But like, if I came across the type of stuff that my dad was searching up, I feel like I'd be so mortified I wouldn't be able to speak to him for about 3 weeks.
It just feel weird. It's
Yeah.
just something like you shouldn't know.
That's private. Don't want to know.
And I won't want to know what they're watching.
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't even think our dad would watch porn. I can't imagine him being.
You never know. Go check his incognito mode.
Check search history.
Oh, I would not even want to know.
No. Like,
they probably do. Like, it's so normal. But...
yeah, of course. Everyone like at some point watches.
Well,
porn.
yeah, I don't either. Apart from the porn that gets sent around in school,
yeah.
and then like
2 girls, 1 cup.
like it would just be a link. You'd click on it and it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like what?
No
like,
one
what am I
needs to see it if
watching?
they don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't personally.
It's like dick pics. Some people send them and you don't want to.
Completely unsolicited.
So, I was with my ex in December 2020. I'm gay, and we dated for a couple months. We broke up in like February 2021. So I walked to the corner shop in the snow, sat down on the pavement, and drank it. Drank what? A few days later, we got back together for 2 days. During those 2 days, we barely spoke to each other, and I kind of forgot we were together due to the lack of communication.
Right.
And I ended up sending news to someone else. I felt so bad and broke up with him the day after. I didn't have the heart to tell him what I did, so I said that I wasn't in the right place and we shouldn't have gotten back together. The feeling was mutual. By the way, love you, Vince.
I'm still caught in the shop in the snow.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't
what's
get that.
happened.
And also, how do you forget that you're in a relationship with someone?
To be honest, if they had already kind of ended and then they got back together but didn't speak, you would just be like, we're pretty much broken up anyway. Like,
Yeah, if you're like, oh, we're all right. Like,
but I
forget it,
I
and
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be with somebody else or do anything with somebody else until I'm completely certain that
I'm just
it is
confused
over.
why there was a lack of communication if they just got back together as well.
Maybe
like,
it wasn't meant to be. I mean, it says the feeling was mutual that they shouldn't have gotten back together. So maybe they were just trying to hold on to something.
Maybe, yeah, it was
that
just a
wasn't
bit
there.
awkward. They were like
Yeah.
trying to be normal, but it
Yeah.
wasn't properly talking.
I mean, sending nudes to someone else.
I'm sorry, but that's a whole process. How
Yeah.
not one point did you not think, oh wait,
talking to
so-and-so.
them, getting to that point of the
Yeah.
conversation, then
Yeah,
taking the photo,
I'm just a
reviewing
bit
it,
lost on
sending
that
it.
bit. I mean,
Yeah.
you broke up, so like whatever you've done now, but
I wouldn't tell them either because I think you obviously needed to break up for like a reason. You shouldn't have really got back together.
It was
Like,
2 days back together.
It's not going to help them.
communicating.
Yeah, it's not going to help them knowing that you did that,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
When I was in primary school, I used to pick people's gum off the ground and chew it, and it had stones in and everything.
no.
To be fair though, I feel like I might have once like dropped my chewing gum and picked it up and I did it again.
I thought you were going to say, like, picked a piece of chewing
no,
off
someone
someone
else's.
else.
I feel like I might have dropped mine and put it back in.
Yeah.
I don't think
but then-
outside. I think maybe when I dropped it on the floor
Well, yeah.
inside.
Yeah, because when
But
you're younger, you don't really
only
think
in,
about that.
I
mean,
feel
I
like
feel like
only
I might
that would
have
happen
cared.
in my house.
No, but the thing
I
is
wouldn't
that
have picked other
this
people's
person
gum.
has seen it on the ground.
Probably got like a
Side
shoe
ground.
like
Oh!
and then it's like, ooh, that looks fresh still.
It's like on Elf when he picks it all.
Yeah, he picks all the gum.
off the bin or something. We used to get detention in Burton and we had to scrape chewing gum off the desk.
When did you do stuff
When
like
did
that?
you ever do that?
In year 6, I got detention for a week.
Oh
and
my
I had to
god.
scrape.
Detention
Never
for
heard
a
that.
week? What did you do that was so bad for a week?
I threw a pencil at someone.
Oh, Jazzy!
And it hit them in the eye. Not in the eye, like just below
So
their
it could have
eye.
blinded them
And
if
it,
it-
yeah, it didn't
yeah.
hit their, because it was a sharp pencil and it didn't hit their face.
That was a good punishment. But then that's been in someone's mouth, their saliva.
Yeah, and it's
You
been
don't
on
know
the
what the-
floor.
God,
and the
imagine
fact
if
that it has
nowadays-
stones in
Yeah,
it.
COVID.
Do you want to break your teeth?
Some people eat.
Yeah,
it's my
rocks.
strange addiction.
Yeah, I
isn't it?
love that show.
Oh,
That's their
that's
strange addiction.
scary.
They're addicted
Yeah,
to
that's like their guilty pleasure.
But normally when people spit it out, it's when like the flavour's gone. There'll be nothing
Yeah.
worth having.
I don't know. You don't know what the atmosphere is going to do to it. It might have some flavour.
Maybe we should try it.
Bit of a...
Okay, so I feel like I'm breaking girl code. Uh-oh. Long story short, one of my friends liked this guy last year, but when they were meant to meet, he blocked her. So basically sacked her off. However, at the start of the year, he started talking to me and seemed really genuine, etc. I wasn't aware of him and my friend. We haven't even met yet and he's ordered me a jelly cat. Do I take the jelly cat and run? I recently told my friend about him, to which she explained how he screwed her over, but she doesn't care if I get with him. I am now writing this realising how bad it sounds. Should I just meet the boy and see what he's really like, or do I need to block him and just sack it off? Well, they never met. Him and the friend never met, and she said she doesn't care.
I've been in a similar situation though where the friend has said go for it and then...
Oh, really?
No, but when
Yeah.
nothing's happened.
That's interesting.
This is different.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened here.
It didn't work out for me because to this day it still gets brought up and it's the most draining thing ever, even though the person said to go for
What,
it.
did they use it against you?
Yeah, still to this day.
See,
so
yeah.
it's the most draining thing. So if you can be asked with that,
Yeah.
But
then fair enough.
this is
but-
different because your friend hasn't done anything with the guy.
Yeah.
They've literally not even met. They've done nothing.
Yeah, can
And
I just
so
add
she's-
my friend didn't sleep with the guy.
So
Did you submit this?
Oh, this was me.
And you did get the
So
jelly cat.
I actually don't think you're breaking girl code because
No.
nothing's happened. She doesn't care. He's obviously interested in you.
But
It
then-
never went anywhere.
But then is she just saying that to be a good friend? Like, I know that I've spoken to people in the past, and like, even just the next person they speak to will come to me and be like, oh hi, like, is this alright that I speak to them? And I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And then you see them together and you're like,
Yeah.
See,
That's the thing.
I
Like,
feel like I would say there and then if I cared.
yeah.
But you don't.
I'd be like, it's
you
off
don't-
limits.
Sometimes you don't know until you see it.
It's like one of them things you need to take the plunge and just accept the fact that this might be brought up for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna have to deal with the repercussions, or you just sack it off. Like, at the end of the day, who do you value more in this situation?
Just about to say that. Yeah.
Like, if you value your friendship more with your friend, is it really worth potentially ruining it? Even though she says that it's not gonna, it could,
Yeah.
because it is that thing of like when you see them together, it's that jealousy. It's like, oh, they've got what I wanted to have with
I
them.
don't think it's
she
that
might.
deep. Nothing
but
actually happened.
She said one of my friends liked this guy last year. Like, there would have been a build up to it, and the friend never got that.
Yeah,
and then
and
she
it's
could
like-
look at her friend and be like, "You've got that."
friend here is saying she's cool with it.
Yeah, but you just never know, they could change their minds.
I think friends over boys, regardless, any
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Like, it sounds like you don't want to lose this friend because you're already feeling guilty. The fact that you're
Yeah.
feeling like worried about.
I'd take the jelly cat and run then.
Yeah, yeah, get the jelly cat. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
But then do you want the jelly cat? Because then it's going to be a constant reminder of him.
It's a free.
And is it gonna bring you
yeah.
back?
I
She's
would
probably
take
not
it.
that into him anyway. I once shagged my ex-boyfriend at Disneyland on a college trip whilst there was 3 other people asleep in the room. I actually want to talk about this because what are your stances on like sleeping with somebody
I
when
don't
there's
think
other
I
people
could.
in the room?
I don't think I could. I've never been in that situation, so maybe in that situation, I don't know, if we were all drunk and we all were like,
I mean,
you're
yeah,
probably gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, we're gonna
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
we don't really
Because
care.
I
But-
have been in a room, like I've slept with somebody else in the room, but I didn't know they were there. They were basically like were passed out drunk asleep. I put them to bed, but then I got drunk myself and forgot they were in there.
Yeah.
See, I
like,
think I've been in
didn't-
every scenario. I've done it.
Have you done that?
I've also had it done next to me. I've also had it done next to me whilst I'm doing.
What?
It depends who you're with, I
Yeah.
think. Like, if you're with a bunch of strangers,
I
a
wouldn't
little
do
bit weird.
that, yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it's like your close friends,
If
and,
it's
like,
sort of like-
no one really cares.
Yeah, it depends
or-
on the people.
Yeah, or like, yeah, I think it all
It's
depends
like
on the people.
if I was in a room with you and your boyfriend, I would like, please
Oh,
do not have
yeah,
sex right
no,
while
yeah.
I'm in the room. Like,
That
when I fall
I
asleep.
wouldn't, no.
Yeah, it depends the context. Whereas like you could be like with your other friends and be like, you know, we've got to share a room.
Yeah.
We're probably both gonna do it. Maybe you will. But then like I probably I
It's
don't
like
think I could
even
do
like
it
it's like
knowing
Love
someone was
Island.
asleep.
When people are on Love Island,
Yeah.
they all like, other than if they go into the hideaway,
Yeah.
they're all in bed next to each other, and eventually
Depends
they're
how
going
well
to
you can
start
hide
having
it.
sex.
Sometimes you can like
Well,
hide
this
it really
is their
well.
boyfriend, so ex-boyfriend, but like I feel like that it wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know there's other people, I feel like
You keep it-
you could do
yeah.
it on the down low.
easily. Whereas if it
it's
was someone
something
you just
like
met, that
That's
would
the
probably
thing. I
be very
don't think it's
loud.
ever like crazy sex when other
Yeah.
people, because you are more reserved.
Yeah, you are trying to like.
I don't think it's that
I
bad.
don't think it's too bad.
I
They
hope
might have,
Disneyland
they might
is
have
fun.
never ever found out. So
At least they can say they fucked at Disneyland.
yeah.
I completely disregarded that point. Oh my god, yes, it's Disneyland. That's actually
So was it
quite
actually?
iconic.
Well, it weren't been in the park. It had been in like the room.
And a college trip, so they were most likely will be with their friends, surely.
Yeah.
I have been in a situation where I haven't been having sex. I've literally just been like a sleep at a festival, and a friend of mine has been having sex literally in like the pod.
I feel like
next
I
to
would
me.
feel awkward if I
And
had someone.
I wanted to like wake up, if that makes sense, and be like, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep. Because
Yeah.
I didn't have any
If
sleep
they
on
weren't
the
being
bed.
loud and like.
But then I was like, why would I ruin the moment? I was like, I'll just be quiet. And I was trying to sleep. So I let her have it.
See, I think I would just be like, can you shut up? Like I am in here.
Yeah, but then you're like, oh,
I
that
can
just
hear
makes it awkward. You got to see them in the morning. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'd just rather not talk about it.